The High Elven Mage is one of the towers of all time. It fires 3 projectiles at its base attack, consisting of 1 bigger bolt and 2 smaller bolts. The smaller of these projectiles deal 5 to 10 magic damage each. These are factored into the damage stat of the tower, so the main bolt deals the attack damage minus 10 to 20 to its primary target as single target damage, even though the animation makes it look like it has an AoE. Like arcane archers and lower tier mages, the projectiles will try not to hit the same target if there are more enemies they can aim at instead. Its first ability is Time Lapse, which has a cooldown of 16 seconds and traps 2, 3, 4 enemies per tier in bubbles. These bubbles keep the enemy from moving or taking damage from any sources for 5 seconds, as well as curing them of any status effects they might have had, like Sylvan Curse, Lynn's Fate Sealed, and Venom Vine Poison. At the end of this duration, it deals up to 150 magic damage, but will deal less in order to leave the enemy alive at 1 HP if it otherwise would have been lethal. Next, the Arcane Sentinels cost 300 gold each, creating a sentinel that spins around the tower. According to Ironhide themselves, this was the hardest mechanic for them to program at the time. It's because the sentinels have so many features to them. First, they take 4 seconds to charge. This is essentially the cooldown for the sentinel to leave the tower. Every time it comes back to the tower, it needs another 4 seconds to spin around before heading back out. The range at which the sentinel can head out to attack enemies is 300 in radius, which is the same as 600 in diameter. I'm mentioning this distinction because the fandom wiki measures diameter. Once a sentinel heads out, it can attack every 0.5 seconds, dealing 16 to 32 magic damage per shot. If the target moves or dies, forcing it to retarget, the sentinel can relocate up to a range of radius 200. If no enemies are in range, the sentinel will wait for up to 5 seconds for a target to step into its relocation range. If no targets come in time, then it will return to the tower and begin its 4-second charge time. Sentinels are the only mechanic in this series to have what is effectively ammo. They can fire up to 10 shots while active, after which they will return to the tower to charge again. If you really think this tower and its abilities are worth the gold they cost, you're as high as an Elven Mage.